What's up, guys? It's your boy Jamaica here, coming at you with the sick pick of Week 14. My pick for this deck is Blue Red Thopters by Jay Gabriel here. This was in the APAC tournament. I've also played him in League once, and it's a really interesting deck. Any deck with Whirl Rogue basically gets my vote of confidence. But it's a blue red kind of like Thopter. Trying to make a bunch of Thopters and other artifact creatures. It's just sort of like a pretty good aggressive style deck. So. It's a blue-red deck, so it's a lot of blue-red lands. Frontier Biovac, Mystic Monastery. 2-minute Spirit Dragon here can kind of help you gain life. I use this a lot in the Devoid aggro deck, so it just kind of helps you like fight against the other aggro decks and just kind of get a ton of life off this one card. 2-minute Spirit Dragon is actually really good when you can build your deck around it, so it's a lot of fun. Burst Lightning, a nice removal spell, of course, but Shock with upside. Ghostfire Blade is a really fun card. It's so cheap when all your cards can pretty much interact with it. Between all the Thopters, just like 1 mana to add 2 power, 2 toughness is really good. Merchant Dockhand's interesting. It helps you just draw extra cards in the late game, sort of a big impulse basically on a creature. So, and it's a 1/2 for 1, so that's not too bad, right? Shrapnel Blast helps you like get over the hump of like when your opponent's at 5 life or less. It's just a pretty strong card. It's one of the stronger burn spells in this format when you can support it. Apakah, it's the guy that never dies, really. Outside of things like Incendiary Flow, there's not really a lot of ways to exile creatures. So this guy can always come back and comes back stronger. Porcelain Engineer, it's actually a 2-drop, but I mean, with the Mystic Monastery, it probably should be 4 or 4 of these, but you can cast it with white mana if you need to, but usually it's a 2-drop here. 31 First Strike. Doesn't really trigger the Ghostfire Blade because it's not colorless, but it's still an artifact creature, which fits the theme of the deck. Thopter Engineer loves artifact creatures, gives them haste, and also makes a Thopter, so you get a 1/1 flyer, haste, and makes your other guys have haste as well. Chief of Foundry also pumps the artifact creatures, the Artifact Lord here. Renegade Freighter, probably one of the better equipments at its cost. I think the other good ones like the World Cruiser. But this guy gets really big, 5/4 trample, crew 2. Most everything will crew here. Most everything. Padeen helps you protect your artifact creatures, give them all hexproof. And you can kind of draw cards off of it if you just have artifacts, basically. So Padeen's very neat. Thopter Spy Network just creates a larger army, helps you draw extra cards. Also, interesting thing about this deck is that all the Thopters, obviously they fly, but, the Thopters fuel the network, so you can kind of keep things like endless stream of cards and Thopters, so it's really interesting. And Whirl Rogue, makes 3 guys, 4 power for 4 mana. It's always a good rate, but 2 of them come Thopters, and they all fly, and, you push through the damage with the untapped artifact part. So, or untapped artifacts, you tap a creature, can't be blocked. That's pretty good, too. Cyber here, Flash Flood for the red decks. Destroy Red Permanent, or Bounce a Mountain. I've never seen a card this haterade for 1 mana before. Disdainful Stroke is for the like larger creature decks. Like it's pretty good against like the Esper Blink deck. Most of their money spells are 4 or greater, so Stroke's good there. Aetherize for the other aggro decks. I like it. It's a 4-mana Wrath for the most part. Counterflux for those counterspell decks where you need a counterspell. I think it's also good against like control decks or the Esper deck. Phaxian Furnace is an artifact. 1, good. 2, also Graveyard Hate. Good. Aether Grid's really good when you're not really good at attacking, or you're not gonna be good at attacking. So if you make a bunch of tokens with like Thopter Spy Network, this will just like result in like incremental damage. And then a lot of Busy Mortars for again the aggro decks. This deck is not as like strong as other aggro decks, so I can imagine you wanting more removal, so your creatures kind of get through, because you're not like, I mean, 1/1 Thopters are great and all, but they're not like the strongest things, not like a 2/2 zombie or something like that. So you'll have some Busy Mortars action like that. Yeah, it's fun to see new decks come out all the way to the end of the season, so this is a fun little deck. But if you want to check out those deck lists for like the last day, I guess, I don't know, just check the description below. There's a link to download the deck. Thanks guys for watching. Catch you next time.